Hi guys. Okay, this is my review of Abuse of Weakness, which I saw this morning. It was a French film by director Catherine Breillat and starring Isabelle Huppert. Okay, I should start this review by saying that Catherine Breillat has never been one of my favorite directors. I've seen a couple of other films by her and I have not liked them. They have all been like sex films, basically. Just very explicit films about sex, female sexuality, which left me cold, did nothing for me whatsoever. So when I saw this film in the program book, I was like, you know, not one of my favorite directors, should I go? But the story sounded really good because it was based on her own story about her suffering a stroke, very debilitating stroke, which left her partially crippled. Sorry about the background noise, there's some construction going on here in the park. Hang on. Okay. So anyway, she suffered this stroke which left her partially crippled, which leaves her feeling understandably really out of sorts, because she's this very powerful woman, this very independent, creative, sophisticated, smart, self-sufficient woman, and now here she is and she's got this disability which you can tell is not, well, it would not be good for anybody, but particularly for a woman like her. So anyway, she's, you know, the movie begins with her having the stroke, and then she's in the hospital and she's recovering and she's going through therapy, and then eventually she gets back home and she's watching TV one night and she sees this guy being interviewed, this guy who was like this master criminal and who swindled all these people out of a lot of money. And she just sees him, lays eyes on him, and is instantly like smitten, fascinated with this guy. So she calls her assistant and says, listen, get me this guy, I want this guy in my next movie, I'm going to make a movie about him. So she ends up meeting with this guy, and you can tell, you know, from the start, I mean, she's on her guard. You know, she knows what this guy is. This guy's been in jail, he's a thug, he swindled people out of lots of money. She's not a stupid woman. Damn. You know what, I should move, hang on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I think I'm in a better spot now. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, she sees this guy on TV and she's like instantly captivated by this guy. I mean, he's a very good looking, very handsome, you know, buff guy, very, very attractive. One of these real dangerous bad boy types that many, many women are very attracted to and fascinated by. So anyway, she tells her assistant, you know, get me this guy, I want him in my next film. So he tracks him down and he meets with her, and he's very, you know, very suave, very, you know, he's giving her all the lines. Oh, you're an amazing one. I've never met a woman like you before. But he knows she's no pushover, so he doesn't really push it, you know, that much. He knows that, you know, she's on to him and all this stuff. She'll be on her guard with him. But anyway, they develop this bigger friendship as the movie goes on, and she allows him into her life more and more, and then pretty soon he becomes pretty much like an obsession. Like this guy is always with her, you know, he's helping her, like, you know, get in and out of the car, and, you know, inviting her to his house for Christmas with him and his family. He's married and he has a baby. And, you know, they spend a lot of time together, and from time to time he'll like say something like, oh, you know, can I sleep with you, and, you know, I'll take you to Switzerland, and we'll have lunch with these bankers, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's, you know, really trying his best to impress her. And so he starts asking her for money, and at first they're like small loans, like 15,000, you know, euros or whatever. Well, small for her, somebody like her. She's this, you know, elite film director with lots of money. So at first they're like, you know, they're smallish loans, but then they gradually become more and more. Oh, I need this, you know, I need 100,000, or else I'm going to be thrown in jail, you know, and I won't be able to do your movie. And so basically he ends up swindling her out of like 800,000 euros or something. She keeps writing him all these checks. And that's the basis of the story. This movie, you know, you know, if it were not for Isabelle Huppert, who's one of my favorite actresses, she's so elegant and such a natural actress. She's amazing. If it were not for her, this movie would have been a total waste. As it was still a waste, because I found it quite boring. You know, like, she wasn't a stupid woman, not an unsophisticated woman. Why did she allow this guy to con her? She knew full well exactly who he was and what he was, yet she kept writing him all these checks, giving him all this money and believing him when he was saying, oh yeah, I'm working on this deal, I'm going to pay all your money back in like one fell swoop, I'm going to buy this restaurant, sell it for twice what it's worth, blah blah blah, giving her all this bullshit. And she's buying into it for whatever reason. Now I think, you know what, she was just addicted to this guy. Maybe she liked, you know, she liked his thuggishness, liked the excitement, you know, that he brought around him. You know, I guess probably he made her feel like she used to feel when before her stroke, you know, when she was with men like this, or, you know, was courted by men like this, you know, who knows, right? But at the end of the movie, she's in a meeting with like her, I guess her lawyers and her family, and I guess some of the bank reps, and they're all saying, you know, why did you keep doing this? Why did you keep writing these checks? And all she could say was, it was me, but it wasn't me. So, you know, she knew full well what she was doing. She knew this guy was ripping her off, but she couldn't stop herself. Something about this guy just, I guess, made her feel powerless. And, you know, what can I say? Would I recommend this movie? No, I wouldn't. It was boring. It was, like I said, if it were not for her, she's really watchable, Isabelle Huppert, because she's, well, for one thing, she's a very lovely woman. And she's got that long red hair that's just so beautiful, and she's so elegant and everything. So she's always nice to watch, and she's a great actress. But, you know, this movie just, like, you know, nothing happened other than her getting ripped off by this guy. You know, going from, you know, restaurant to restaurant, you know, hotel to hotel, you know, whatever. That was it, you know. What can I say? It was just, quite uninteresting, really. I mean, the story itself is it's a pretty good story. This ultra sophisticated woman who gets, you know, duped by this guy, but she was never duped. She was never unaware of who this guy was or what he was doing. You could see the expression on her face when she's writing the checks and stuff. She knew this guy was taking her, but she just couldn't stop herself. I guess because she knew if she didn't write him the checks, he would have just bailed on her, left, and she would never seen him again, and she couldn't handle it. She liked having him around. So, you know, what can you say? So I would not recommend this movie. I wouldn't give it a thumbs up. You know, it was boring and dull. So Catherine Breillat's track record with me is consistent. I still, you know, have not seen a movie by her yet that I like. You know, I'm sure a lot of people do like her films. I'm not one of them. Okay, so thumbs up for Isabelle Huppert. It was nice seeing her. It's definitely a quality film. It's not trash or anything like that. I just did not like the subject matter, did not find the story interesting or engaging enough. Didn't do anything for me. So, okay, that's it for that film. I'm seeing one more today called October, November by Austrian director Gut Spielmann. That should definitely be good, because I've seen other films by him before that were excellent. And again, it's Austria. You know what I think about Austria. So I will get back to you with a review on that later. Tomorrow is the last day of the festival. 2 movies left after this, and then it's over for another year. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for watching.